Just a second, making sure it's going live in all the platform. Yes, it is. What I'm about to share with you is going to trigger, either going to trigger you, or also either going to trigger you, or for some of you it might break your heart, or for some of you who are open minded to learn and to see the solution to rise, evolve and innovate and achieve the freedom. This is for you. So let's dive in straight away without any further delay. I'm not only bragging anything here, I'm not going to just say it theoretically or what's in the black and white. No, no, no. I'm also going to bring in some evidences with the statistical evidences as well of what's happening in Australia. So in that case, stay tuned, where I'm going to show you the difference between the why the wealth creation strategy, whatever you may know or whatever they told you, really sucks and make you to stay stuck in where you are. And also I'm going to show you the alternative path of what the 3%, the top 3% of why they are can able to create that kind of freedom, whereas the 97% of people are staying stuck with the debt and the mortgage and so many things. So that's with thinking that they are creating the wealth, but at the same point of time it becomes a liability and also compromising and sacrificing the life now for the life they can create after. Means they are thinking about after 30 or 40 years. So stay tuned. Yeah, so of course the lighting is not right, I understand that, but at the same point of time I just make sure to create the board here and recently invested for this. And moreover, this is the one of the epic sessions. So if you're having a pen and paper, and if you're in your mind that, oh, whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm working, how much ever I work, how much ever I go for a full-time job or a small business or real estate business, or I'm driving Uber Eats in the night, I'm also doing the Uber drive, whatever amount of hours of working, still the money is not enough. I don't know where the money flows, I don't know where the money goes, because the disposable income is not much. I couldn't able to save much for my down payment, for my savings. If you're struggling like that, this is the session for you, which is going to completely unpack and reveal the exact truth, what actually they are trying to make you stuck, and how to open up, unchain yourself. Ready? Let's go on straight away. So if you're watching it live, say hashtag live. If you're watching a replay, hashtag replay. Let's go and straight away. Yeah. So in that case, as we all know, it is commonly known by, and also it's commonly being preached by many financial advisors, bank advisors, mortgage brokers, real estate brokers. So many people always know this, the traditional path. There is nothing new here to say about it. This is what the 97% follow, because this is what they want you to follow. They want you to stay conditioned with. They want you to get stuck with. So, as you all know, study well, get a good job, or if you got to get the good job, that's absolutely fine. Because I want to be my own boss, get into the small business, or franchise business, or I want to be a self-employed, blah 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 blah. Yes, of course. And also, you can relate this even to the 97% to 3%, or even you can relate to cash flow quadrant as well. Yeah. So that's how people starts once after they finish schooling. Moreover, I'm not going to touch and elaborate or explore about, means expand about it. Schools are meant to create workers. Yeah. Anyway, so based on that, with the mindset what you developed in this from the schooling, so either you may go for a job or small business or self-employed, and by means of that, you already got conditioned or believed to with believe to start with, time is money, you must work hard for money. Yeah, so you may start with the time is money, or you may work hard for, you must work hard for money. And when you say time is money, time is limited, so what do you get? Capped income. So your income is capped, which is a linear income as well. So and followed by that, you work hard, and then now what they say, oh, now you got a beautiful income. So you got the serviceability. Oh yes, you're having this much of disposable income. Amazing. Now you're having good serviceability. You're eligible. You opened up the spot. You're eligible. So I'm here to sell my mortgage. That's what the bank says. Yeah. So I'm here to sell my mortgage. So you can buy a house because you are having the eligibility to go for that. Yeah. So you buy a house. Once after you buy a house, as you all know, after 1 or 2 or 3 years, okay, your equity is this much high now. So because you have to focus on increasing your net worth. They have the fancy word, what is called as, they have net worth. Now you must go for the investment property. So yeah, then you will go for furthermore into, you bought a house with the mortgage. That itself is a trap starting. And then with the same mortgage, you go and get the equity, because after 3 years with the 7%, whatever they say, and then you get the equity, go and buy the investment property to top up the mortgage. Furthermore, get into the debt. Well, because they say what? It's a good debt. It's an investment. That's what they say, because they want to furthermore sell their loan to you. Okay, without your knowledge, what happens? You get into the investment property because you will be told to focus on the net worth. You did right. Okay. Now what happens is, once after then, and also they give you the kind of additional fancy word, because in 10 years time, in 20 years time, in 30 years time, you make it the passive income. Okay, got it, beautiful. And then what you do is, for the rest of your life, you will not be having a time. You work, because with the time is money concept. You work hard because you have been said work hard for money, because the time is limited. So you work to pay until you retire. When? 65 years. That's how 97% of the people are trapped in. I was there too. Get it? No time freedom. Yes, you will get passive income. Definitely. It happens because of 7% rise and all those sort of things. Yeah, understand that. That's what the real estate brokers give you a fancy word about it. But if you see in a broad scale, for the it takes around, even if it's going to take around 10 or 20 or 30 years to get that kind of passive income. During the course of the 10 years, even if you're going to get the passive income at the end of 10 or 20 years, during the course of the 10 years, do you think it is really worth that you are not having any time freedom? You may be working for 40 plus hours a week or 60 plus hours a week, because I'm not just talking randomly. I've been talking to many parents who got into the trap on a day, up on a rough scale. I would say I'm talking to minimum of 3 to 5 parents itself who are in the trap. Apart from, I'm talking to so many other individuals, but who are so much into this trap. Minimum 3 to 5 parents I'm talking every single day. Even a few days back, I mentioned about 6 parents, yeah, who are in the trap. And also, I'm talking to so many people who are 60 plus. What they are saying, I don't know when I'm going to finish my mortgage. This is what one of the common problems. I'm not just talking randomly. I'm going to bring in the fact here. These are all the facts from real estate Australia, ABC, and Courier Mail. Okay, so record Australia's housing crisis. Record mortgage stress. As of January 2024, over 1.6 million Australian households were at risk of mortgage stress, marking the highest ever number recorded. And that too, by the month of August 2024, went up to 1.66 million. So what they are saying is, nearly 29.5% of people in Australia are under mortgage stress. Keep it in mind, 29.5%. This figure represents a significant increase of 802,000 households since the Reserve Bank began raising interest rates in May 2022. You know about the interest rates, right? You can't deny that. And it's there everywhere, but they don't bring it in front of you every time or often. Why? Because they want to hide this. Why? They want to keep you be here. Declining housing affordability. Next one. In early 2002, the median house price was 4.9 times the median gross disposable household income. Do you know what is disposable income? By early 2024, this has increased to 8.6 times, almost doubled. indicating a substantial decrease in affordability. Because you know what happened in the last 4 years? Your disposable income has gone down. Can you deny that? Okay. So followed by that, by early 2024, this has increased to 8.6 times, indicating a substantial decrease in affordability for buying a house. It now takes Australians on an average of 11.4 years to save for a 20% home deposit, up from less than 7 years in 2002. In 2002, it takes only 7 years for you to deposit 20%. But now, they calculated for it takes 11.4 years for you to make money, to earn money, to just save for a 20% deposit. Keep it in mind. So this is what the current situation in Australia itself. It's of course everywhere globally as well. I'm taking the report as well. But this is what the current situation is. So if you ever trapped here and trying to escape, the system is not designed for you to escape from this. The system is designed for you to keep you stuck, trapped. I was there too. But something told me inside, because they keep on telling me like, oh, you're earning so much because you are a physiotherapist, your wife was a physiotherapist, you both are earning so much, so you can get so much loan, this much loan, that much loan, this much loan, credit card, serviceability, blah 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 blah. They keep on talking, you can consolidate. That's not all the fancy words they have given. And then I started thinking that why they keep on making me to be in the debt. When can I come out of it? Then I realized I was sold. I was sold for the mortgage they have sold to me. I didn't realize that. It took me so much time for me, because I started with the work of 38 hours per week, and within 4 years time, it went up to 60 hours a work week. And my wife was working 38 hours until by 2016, and within 4 years time, she went up to 50 hours a work week. I was working 60 hours a week and my wife was working 50 hours a week. What is this life here? No time freedom. We started to live to work rather than working to live. And how much ever you work until 65, hoping and wishing for the passive income, what is the point? Is it really worth? And is it the way the wealth is being created? Not at all. That's what they are not telling you actually. And lifelong, you will be in the debt. That's what happens. That's what's happening. The data shows. And also, I've been talking to many people as well. So, if you're thinking this is the way, this is not the way what the wealthy people do. That's what I'm going to reveal now. Are you ready for that? Let's go. Beautiful. This is what the wealthy people do. Look at that. Yes, they may or may not start with a job or small business or self-employed. But you know what the difference is? They focus on cash flow, not passive income. Don't go to the fancy term of passive income. That's what you have been told to focus on. No. The 3% focus on the cash flow first. Why cash flow? That's the main thing here. Why cash flow? Here you will not be having any cash flow. Why? Because your income is capped, which is tied to a time, and it's a linear. There is no cash flow. When you stop working, money stops flowing. So there is no cash flow. Whatever the debt you're getting into, whether it's a good debt or bad debt, irrespective of it, it becomes a liability because there is no cash flow here. On the other side, they focus on cash flow, not through the job, but they will focus on the leveraged income. What is leverage income? Not every business will provide you the leverage income. Definitely not a small business. Forget about it. Definitely if you're self-employed, forget about it. Definitely not from a job. Forget about it. The reason because all those three are tied up to the time. because you have been told and you are selling your time because you are believing time is money. It is not at all possible. Not at all possible. So it is not possible from the job or the small business or self-employed. It is no way possible. Rather, they focus on from this, even if they start, they focus on getting into the automated business model because this is not working. The job or small business is no way going to give you the uncapped leverage income. It's no way going to give you the cash flow at all because it is proven. Get it? So they focus on the cash flow through an automated business model to get the leverage income because they know time is not money, time is life. Got this? And how they can get the leverage income without the income getting tied up to the time. That's the point here. It means they focus on the business which is automated business model. What is automated business model? The business where it runs even in the absence of you. Got this? It means they leverage the high system. They leverage the system in the business where the business is having a high profit. That's the most important thing. The system is providing you the high profit because we are not born here to hustle and grind. We are born here to thrive. Yes, initially you must hustle, but not for a long run, not for the lifetime like here. Lifetime you are going to hustle and grind. No, we are not born here for that. Initially you may hustle, not for a lifetime, to know and to understand, to get into the system, to get into the automation, to learn about it open-mindedly. So you focus on leveraging the system which has got an automation, leveraging the OPT and OPM strategy, other people's time, other people's money strategy, because money is unlimited, but only the thing is time is limited. And then you'll be focusing on making a high profit. Got this? And followed by that, you end up in making a uncapped leverage income. That's a very important thing. Uncapped leverage income by means of leveraging these attributes. Got this? And eventually, since it is not tied up to the time, because time is life, time is not money. Time is life. That's what the wealthy 3% do. The wealthy 3% protect the time, whereas you are selling your time through this. That is why you end up in making capital linear income. That is why you're falling into the debt. That's why they are selling you the mortgage. Whereas on the other side, they believe in cash flow, where the income flow without getting tied up to the time, they will make a uncapped leverage income. The moment they make an uncapped leverage income, which is not tied up to the time, they can early retire from anything. They will achieve the time freedom. Here, no time freedom until you retire, probably 65. And this whole process, you know how long does it take? As I mentioned, probably 5 years or even less than that. Depends on how consistent and committed you are. See, anyway, you're going to be 5 years old after 5 years. Are you open enough? Are you open-minded? Are you coachable to take that calculated risk to focus on the cash flow, which is not tied up to the time, and then achieving the time freedom first without getting distracted with the fancy jargons as what the society advocates? And when you focus on the cash flow, and if you at the moment you focus on the cash flow through the leveraged business model, not a Bitcoin, not a crypto, not a real estate, nah. Get into the business model. One more important thing I would like to highlight here, even I shared with you in my social media. Who are wealthy, when you see the percentage globally, 75% are entrepreneurs. Only 15% are investors who are invested into the real estate or stocks or or shares. 75% are entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs, I mean to say, not the people who are tied up to the self-employed or small business. No, they are not called entrepreneurs. They are no. They call themselves entrepreneurs. True entrepreneurship is where you have the freedom. That's what is entrepreneurship. People nowadays who are doing business, small business or self-employment, they are calling themselves entrepreneurs, but that's not entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is where you have the time freedom. You have the freedom to live the life every single day, where your income is not tied up to the time, where you can have the opportunity, not opportunity, you can have the life to have a dinner, your breakfast, your lunch with your family every single day, where you can make the income without tied up to the time. That is what is true entrepreneurship. Get this, make it land in your mind. Hustling and grinding is not entrepreneurship. Thriving and learning the way to make the money work while protecting your time is entrepreneurship. And also at the same time, solving other people's problem, making other people to make money. That is what true entrepreneurship is, because it's not only me making money, it's not only you making money, it's all we all making money innovatively. Is that is what is entrepreneurship. Correct? So in saying that, achieving the time freedom first, because you're focusing on the cash flow which is not tied up to the time, to make an uncapped leverage income. Then afterwards, how long does it take? Within 3 to 5 years. Then, can I give the guarantee? If you're expecting a guarantee, here it is. Be safe, be secure, be comfortable. That is why I said only 3% are on this side, not the 97%, but the 3% are holding 97% of world's economy, but the 97% are being stuck here. It's up to you to stay trapped. So there's no guarantee. It all depends on how far you're committed to take the calculated risk and take that extraordinary action open-mindedly by thinking different. You got this. So once after you achieve the time freedom, once after you started to make the uncapped leverage income, that's it. Then you diversify, because you can buy any property. That's how the self-made millionaires and billionaires are being in this country. Whoever you take, any of the self-made billionaires, any of the self-made billionaires, if you say, they take this ultimate pathway, they don't fall into this category. The moment you start to live in your mortgage house, you are trapped. The moment you get into the equity to buy so many investment property, you are trapped. That's why I'm saying your wealth creation strategy sucks to make you to stay stuck. It might trigger you. If you react for it, I can't help you. Whereas, if you are ready to rise, evolve open-mindedly, this is the way to live with your family every single day. So, achieving the time freedom. Then afterwards, you can diversify it without falling into the trap of called as a debt, that is called as a debt pledge. Then you can diversify into property or stocks or shares. So now what happens? You are already making the money to work. Furthermore, through diversifying it, you are making the money to furthermore scale it. There you go. You'll achieve financial freedom. This is how the wealth will be created. Not at all here. Not at all here. And one more thing, there are 0% people in the world who are in job or small business or became free. They achieve the financial freedom. There are 0%. Keep this in mind. Oh, I'm not greedy. I don't want too much money. Okay. I'm not here to talk to you. I don't know. That's what. That's how they condition you to bring money and greediness to you. The money is, nah. It's all the mindset. Whereas if you're open-minded to take this pathway, I'm here to help you, because I shifted from here to the other side. I was here for 23 years. 23 years is good enough for me to realize what I was doing is not working out. I ditched my ego. I then gradually, yes, it takes time, because from the mindset, from selling time to protecting time, from working for money to making the money work, it needs a mindset shift. But I was ditch my ego as quickly as possible. That made me to quit my job in 10 months time by the age of 42. And then now we are living with complete time freedom. For the past 21 months, we have been traveling full time. So I can show you the way, the exact pathway of how we are leveraging the business model which has got an automation. How we are leveraging the high profit business model which has got an automated system, which has got OPT and OPM strategy. How we are making uncapped leverage income. How we have achieved the time freedom. How we are furthermore scaling ourselves. Because we are not only focusing on net worth, we are focusing on self-worth. Net worth without self-worth is worthless. You got this. Financial freedom without time freedom is worthless. Time freedom without financial freedom is also pointless. In saying that, here you can able to achieve everything: your self-worth, your personal development, your personal growth, your time freedom to be with your family, eventually financial freedom. Ta-da! That's it. This is the ultimate pathway that I would like to share with you. Now you're getting triggered. I don't mind. It might break your heart. I can't help you. But if you're really ready to rise, evolve, and to be in close proximity with the people who learn and living with this strategy, here I am ready to show it with you. But at the same time, I'm not here for everyone. I'm here only if you are having that hunger and the fire and the desire to be here. Let's go. If you resonate to this, just drop below freedom. Let's make it happen. Because you are here to live your life to the fullest. We succeed together. Just bye.